Last year, I flew America's Worst Airline so you didn't have to. With this family getting charged for their oversized bags, no space between my knees, like I swear my knees were cramped during this video. Oversized prices for snacks and drinks, seats so bad that you're starting to get arthritis in your back, and seats so uncomfortable I started questioning these not real seats. And yes, we are doing this video again. And for our first flight of the day, we'll be heading from Dallas-Fort Worth to Tampa, Florida. And our second flight will be from Tampa, Florida to Atlanta, Georgia. And our third and final flight will be from Atlanta to Dallas-Fort Worth. In this video, you will find tray tables that are almost completely broken in half, dried up gum that makes me want to question my reality, and lights on in the cabins at 10 o'clock at night is just wild. And we also have a little plane race in Atlanta. So, y'all might want to go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Grab some popcorn if you needed to. And yes, I swear, you will not regret it. It all started around like almost 6 a.m. We were heading to the airport. And, well, we were checking the back and this happened.
Oh, we just made it to the airport. We're checking the back here. And I don't know if I'm tripping, but I think it found this guy finally.
If you do not know who this guy is, this is a guy that works at a roller skating rink in Louisville, Texas. His name is Stosnich. He's a picture for proof.
Now through security we go.
At 6 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, almost spring break, it's actually not that bad. After clearing security and going through all the TSA wants to do, finally get my boarding pass and we're ready for boarding. But
Well, from the last airline video I said I was hungry as mess. I'm still hungry as mess in this video. I wonder where we're going to eat for breakfast. Well, you can probably guess that.
Yep, we're at Wendy's once again, but I got the same thing, a chicken biscuit, but I didn't get the fun coffee like last time. It was good, but it was kind of a mess getting into the plane. The boarding line was packed, but anyways, that's not it. We finally got boarding.
Here you go.
Our plane taking us today will be an Airbus A321neo, and yes, I still touch the plane for good luck.
Good morning.
At least the crew wasn't tired. Anyways, here's our seat. We got a window seat, but it's whatever. The butt cushion was alright. It was pretty comfy, but these are pretty newer seats on these type of neo planes, and they were actually not that bad. But knee room is actually surprisingly very good. Unlike to the last video, I was sitting in the back of the very back of the plane. And leg room is actually not that bad if you just put your thing away. The armrests are actually not that bad. They're a pretty adjustable size. They're not that bad, but they don't recline. At least the overhead reading lamp and AC were working just fine. And yeah. Also, here's a window. And yes, we're looking out on a window on an Airbus A321neo, unlike last time. And I did not notice, but this guy was on my plane heading to Tampa, but I have no idea what for. But, whatever, at least he was on my flight. I was enjoying my chicken biscuit until I realized all the stuff I had to go through later in this video, because I swear to God, it wasn't good.
So, from what I experienced from the last flight video, this is a lot more better. The arm seat's a little bit bigger. The seat behind me is still made out of plastic or whatever. Yeah. But it's still kind of comfortable. These armrests are still comfortable, and the tray tables are a lot more bigger.
Since Spirit Airlines charge you for so much on here, the overhead space is absolutely gigantic. Like, you can literally fit everything on here. And just a few seconds later, we're finally pushing back from the gate, and after that, we stopped and waited. And just waited until finally, this Airbus actually, it's not an Airbus, it's an Embraer 175. I don't know my airplanes, I'm sorry. But this American Eagle flight was just taxiing on the runway for some reason. And this Airbus A321 was also taxiing on the runway. I don't know what was going on, but anyways.
Apparently there's like a bunch of white guys down still waiting. I think what the dispatcher's gonna do, or ATC, I think they're gonna put us on a protocol.
Okay, this might be something wrong, but this small jet plane is stuck on the runway for some reason, but I don't know. Anyways, we had to wait until this Delta Airlines flight got cleared to take off, and we were right behind them too, so we would have to play the waiting game still. And after that, we finally got clearance to take off, turned onto the runway, and we were ready for takeoff. Okay, now that we're at our cruising altitude in the middle of nowhere, I figured out we'll take a look around. We got the safety information card, and during this time, it was actually pretty useful because, let's face it, it's 2025. We don't know what's going to happen to these type of aircrafts, but that's only an American. And now the flight attendants are beginning their service all over the cabin with their overpriced drinks. Oh, speaking of overpriced drinks, now's a good time to check out this very good menu right here, and everything costs money, including a bottle of water. And now, I said this in the last video, if you want some, you better get some. This is from the Wendy's. I mean, I don't know what else to get water. I can't clear through security. And, yeah, this tray table was pretty okay. It almost broke in half, which, I don't know if that's a safety concern for me, but I was kind of concerned here. But at least it adjusted, like, yeah, y'all know how it is. It's okay, I guess. But on the next flight, things did not go as expected. And this is the part of the flight that my back is starting to irritate me because of these seats, but they were not that bad. Alright, I'll just shut up for a second so y'all can take a look at this view. Now this is a good time for me to check out the bathroom, and I swear to God, this bathroom is so tiny, like, I'm like 5'7", so what do you expect? Well, at least there was still running water. I think everyone was doing their business in there. And now, my original seating plan was in the middle row on my boarding pass, so I decided to sit down in the middle row. But, yeah, seatbelt sign was turned back on, and we were coming into approach. Alright, just a few minutes later, the flight attendants are coming around to do their final check-throughs. And we're still a little ways from Tampa, but now we are coming into the beautiful state of Florida, and that is Clearwater Beach over there. We had to do a little turnaround to line up with the actual runway that we're going to be landing on. And just a few short minutes, we are now coming in for landing.
Made it in one piece, thank God.
Thank God indeed. That landing was probably the bumpiest I've ever experienced. I mean, it wasn't that bumpy, but it was still pretty bumpy. But, yeah, I'm gonna spend some time here in Florida. Well, I have 5 days here, but for the video, it will take literally like 2 seconds. 5 days later, through the power of movie magic, we are finally here to check in our bags and get our boarding passes, and now we're ready to go to Atlanta. I had some trouble getting the boarding pass to work on these automated things to get on the tram. But anyways, we are now heading to our terminal and go through security and yada yada yada. Security wasn't that bad. It was like 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, so it wasn't that bad. After clearing security again, and this happened.
No pat down this time.
Unlike last year.
I don't know if it's just me, for some reason I actually had a pat down. For what reason? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's just TSA, I don't know.
If you've never been to Tampa Airport's Airside A, well, here it is. It's small, but it's good.
So if y'all don't know already, Spirit Airlines is a low-cost carrier in the United States. And although it's not that bad, it still has some perks to it. So, yeah, that's all.
Our plane taking us to Atlanta will be an A320, but hold up, what is that smoke over there? Well, anyways, that doesn't matter. Boarding was kind of taking forever, but
So they're already starting to board Chicago's flight, and they haven't even boarded ours. I don't know, but our estimated arrival time to Atlanta has changed, like 10 minutes. We're supposed to be getting there at 5:46. Now the estimated arrival time is 5:56. We're getting there almost at 6 o'clock.
But eventually it was our time to board, so we got our boarding passes, and yeah, it was time to board.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, don't make fun of me. I forgot it was the afternoon.
Morning? Afternoon, sorry.
Forgive me. The butt cushion was alright. It was still the same. But these seats, oh my god, they were so uncomfortable. Like, I swear. But the only food that was good on here was my mama's dark chocolate. I swear, it was kind of good. But look at these overhead bins. Like, you can fit so much stuff on him. Yet, Spirit charges you so much money for them. Well, oh my god, there was barely any knee room over here. I mean, these are kind of smaller aircrafts, but at least I still had legroom. And at least the AC and overhead reading lamp was good. AC is always good on these Florida flights. And, yeah.
So now that we're finally seated, here's the pros and cons of it. There's mostly cons to pros. There's no... Okay, that's reassuring. There's absolutely no knee room. These seats are uncomfortable like always, and the tray tables. The tray tables are extremely smaller than last.
Alright, this armrest on the aisle was stuck, and I don't know why. Maybe it's a safety concern, but I don't know. But here's the one in the middle one. It is so small compared to the last flight. No recline. And we were still waiting for boarding. But anyways, we finally got ready to take off. Here was the only picture I've had of it. We are now at cruising altitude. I decided to take a look around at this place. Forgive me, I am trying to take this safety card out. It's hard with these small ass tray tables. But here it is, Airbus A320. I think it's an older version of this plane, but it's whatever. And these are still kind of unique in 2025 because, well, you know. And the flight attendants were starting their service. And I swear to God, if I didn't say it enough, these tray tables are smaller than the palm of my hand. And probably the size of my dick.
That's what she said.
That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
I swear, the tray tables on the last flight were extremely bigger than the ones on this flight. Now it's time to look at the menu again, which, again, everything costs money, including a bottle of water. But the only free food on this flight was a dried up piece of green gum behind the seat in front of me, which I thought it was extremely concerning, which I almost threw up. And I finished my water because I was thirsty as hell because you know how Florida is. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Good water. And seats were killing me once again. And since this was a short flight, I decided not to go to the bathroom because well, you know, it's a short flight.
Alrighty, so I wasn't paying attention exactly, but all I know is I think we're about to come into Atlanta. And, yeah, since this is a pretty short flight, it's only like an hour, close to an hour and a half. So there would be no bathroom during some here. So far, it's not been that bad, except for the barely any space and the tray tables being as small as my hand. And yeah, also it's been a good flight, so we should be coming into approach to Atlanta in just probably the next half an hour.
Just a few more minutes later, the captain announced that we were starting our approach to Atlanta, and I swear, if you don't call this bumpy, I don't even know what to do. I swear, this was probably the most bumpy descent into Atlanta I have ever witnessed. And also, I caught a plane race against a Delta Airlines flight. And yeah, actually pretty cool. I don't know what kind of, I think it was a Boeing 757, but I'm not sure, but it's whatever. And soon we were coming in for landing, and I swear, I thought we were about to crash.
Thank you. Not a bad flight.
Alright, since we had 3.5 hours here in Atlanta, we decided to go get some food by taking the plane train over to the main terminal building and get some food, and then we were heading back to our gates. And then,
Alrighty, after a pretty good dinner in the Mexican restaurant, we should be ready to go back to our gate. I'm not doing it.
like I said, we are now boarding the plane train again to head back to our terminal, and yeah, and then head back to our flight. This is Atlanta's D concourse here. And the boarding line was so packed until this happened.
What's your name? Thank you.
Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but why does she have to ask for my name? Safety concerns, I guess?
Another touch on the plane for good luck.
Hello.
I get it, it's 9:15 at night. And I didn't do a seat test this time, but it's the same thing as the last flight. And I swear, look at the overhead bins. They charge you so much for what? This? It's just, I swear to God, I'm losing my mind. But look at this. No knee room. Once again, no knee room. But hey, at least feet room is alright, I guess, but it's whatever. At least the AC and over lamp was doing good. Reading lamp, whatever. But yeah, anyways. Armrests were slightly smaller, but it was about the same size as the last flight. But yeah, whatever. So yeah.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this flight. It's technically the same flight.
Good evening and welcome aboard Flew Airlines here at Flight 611 with service to Dallas, Texas. Our captain today is Captain Brian, assisted by our first officer Michael. My name is Brian. It is my pleasure to work alongside the beautiful flight attendants along the aisle. We look forward to taking care of you. A special welcome to our big front seat and comfy seat guests, Free Spirit Gold and Silver members, and our credit card holders. Our Free Spirit loyalty program is the fastest way to earn rewards and status, and it'll make it easier for everyone to enjoy rewards regardless of how frequently you travel.
You saw it interrupted me again, just like last video. But anyways, we are now pushing back from our gate, and soon, we have to play the waiting game again. But anyways, we are now turning onto the runway and still had to play the waiting game until finally we were ready for takeoff. At least the lights were dimmed a little bit on this flight. But anyways, time to take a look around once again. And I think I literally dropped almost everything because I had my AirPod up. There goes everything. And yeah, it's technically the same thing as the last flight because, well, 2025. And the flight attendant started the service, and yeah, the tray table's extremely small. Like, it could fit my whole AirPods right there. Like, it's smaller than my hand. Like, literally, look at it. I mean, I swear to God. And look at this, back killing me already. We haven't even left we left the ground, but. And I just decided, no restroom break this time because, well, yeah.
Okay, I don't even know what's funny. I don't even know what I'm wearing sunglasses. Like, that's completely true. Alright, we're just about only an hour away from Dallas. The flight has not been terrible, but it's not been great since we've had a lot of turbulence in the past, hours. These tray tables are tiny, bigger than my hand. Surprised we didn't have the new tray tables in our first flight. And due to personal reasons, I will not be reviewing the toilets. That'll be a good idea. Anyways, we're possibly almost an hour away from Dallas. Oh well, so these seats are pretty much uncomfortable.
We were now coming in to approach to Dallas, but why did they turn on the cabin lights if they know people were still sleeping? I swear, I had to put on my sunglasses. But anyways, we were now coming in to approach to Dallas, and I swear this is the lightiest city I've ever seen before. And now we were soon coming in for landing, and I swear, I thought I was about to break my neck on this landing.
Not a bad flight again.
Oh, hey, we are now doing the reviews of every flight I've flown. Alright, so the first flight, Dallas to Tampa. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. I mean, just look how bad the tray table was. Look how bad my back started to cramp, and I swear to you. I mean, it wasn't a bad flight. Second flight, on the other hand, you had a dry piece of gum stuck to behind the table, which had me concerned. Tray tables are extremely small. Knee room is just about the size of this fingertip. And, yeah, seating was not the best there, so, yeah. And the third flight, I get it. It was like almost midnight, technically. We almost got there at midnight, but, yeah. Everything costs money, including water. You know how that paid out. And, the third flight, that lady at the front desk kind of asked me for my name. I mean, it literally says on the boarding pass. You not understand the word ask for permission? I mean, she asked for my name and I cut it out because I didn't want to invade privacy. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the landing. Tampa's landing was Atlanta's landing, I thought we were going to crash. DFW's landing, I thought I was going to have to brace right back because they said it was going to be some gusty winds. But yet, there wasn't. So, I'm going to have to say, I had to say it, but I think the Tampa flight wins this one because it was kind of better. Knee room was better. And, yeah. Let me know what airline I should fly next. Maybe it might be another Spirit airline. Or maybe not. I don't know. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.